What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with some motherfucking news you can use, man. Yeah, and I told you this is part 2 of the videos that I was going to drop today, man. Now, I know I could have been dropping all kind of shit. You know, I wanted to make one about Brittany Griner. I wanted to make one about just some other shit I seen. You know what I mean? But we going to stick to the subject at hand, and that's people raising their hand and taking a stand, man. Now, if you watched the last video of Meg Thee Stallion, you know I alluded to this video right here. And, you know, the Dream once had a song called Mr. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we got a new rapper who can add that to his theme song. You know what I'm saying? He's Mr. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why, man. Gonna. Whoo, boy, I'll tell you. Let me sip to that. Mr. Gunna. Sergio, I think that's what his name is. We can't even call bruh Gunna no more. We gotta call that nigga Sergio, you know what I'm saying? This nigga is indicted in the YSL RICO case. Now, if you don't know, Young Thug, Gunna is the two main faces. You know, it's a couple other little rappers from Atlanta area amongst other people who probably less known, you know what I mean? But they got about 20 people rounded up for this YSL RICO case. It's a state RICO case out of the state of Georgia, man. Some people say state RICO is worse than a motherfucking federal RICO, man. Shout out to Lil Boosie. But anyways, so as y'all know, they've been locked up for a hot minute, man. You know what I'm saying? And somebody decided to take the cheese, man. What I mean by that is somebody decided to snitch. Hey, you know what that means? Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home, man. Snitch. SNITCH, man. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home, man. And that's exactly what Gunna did. And I'm going to tell you why. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got different levels of snitching. They're just blatant, flat out snitching. Yeah, he did it. Him. Yeah, it's him right there. You got some dry snitching, like, you know, I don't know if he did it, but you know, I think he might have did it. You know what I mean? And then you got just some gray area type snitching where, you know, you got to see some paperwork to believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so this morning when everybody woke up, they said Gunna's free. Okay, yeah, boom. They've been trying to get bond for the nigga for hella long. All of a sudden, he free. Then you find out a couple hours later, you know, that he pled guilty to racketeering and gang charges. You feel me? Okay, so, you know, racketeering and gang charges, okay, that might give you 5 to 10 right there. Come to find out, you know, they gave him 5. You know what I mean? Because I guess his shit was not that much evidence on him to begin with, right? But he walked out free. 1 year time served, 4 years. Hey, we just gonna eat that. On a RICO case now. My nigga, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not one of these YouTube lawyers. Hey, like I said, man, I'm just a nigga on YouTube. I ain't a YouTube nigga, man. One day, you know, I'm trying to be a YouTube. So what you can do is hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and you can help the channel grow. And we trying to get to 10K, man. And after that, we'll see what it do, man. And maybe I can become a YouTube nigga and get me a new laptop and have little things popping up for y'all and all that other shit. But right now, man, here, I want to take Jake it on the iPhone. You feel what I'm saying, man? Yeah, I've been doing numbers for a long time on my other channel, just like this, man. So I'm going to keep it going. But shout out to everybody who's still fucking with your boy's page, man. But check it out. So they let him go just like that, like 4 years, like we gonna eat that. And when I seen that, I'm like, okay, you know, this before I found out that he got sentenced. I say, okay, he agreed to plead guilty to gang charges and racketeering. So I'm like, all right, cool. They gave him a bond, probably awaiting sentencing. And then this is the first thing I'm thinking when I seen that, like, okay, they gonna let him go. You know, that's not uncommon for somebody to get set free until they get sentenced for those things that they pled guilty to. Then I find out, no, they let this nigga go. You feel me? Like, nigga, they let him go. 1 year time served. I knew he was going to get some time served, but the other 4 years, go. So I'm immediately, you know that emoji that's like, yeah, nigga, that was me this morning watching that shit. I'm like, hold on, bruh. Like, that don't sound right. On a RICO case, my nigga, where he's a high-profile rapper and they want to convict rappers, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound right to me, man. Like I said, man, I ain't a motherfucking YouTube lawyer, but hey, man, coming from the streets, being a former street nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in the streets anymore. That just didn't seem right to me, my nigga. Like, okay, if you was awaiting sentencing for some shit and then they give you 5, okay, cool. And then now you got to go do 4. You got 1 year time served. Okay, that's one thing. But they just let this nigga go free of all charges. So I'm like, hold on, bruh. That don't make any sense to me. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? All right, come to find out, you know, the video's out now. The paperwork is out. They put the paperwork out first. And the paperwork said, you know, he agrees in the future to come testify against shit that he knows. And I'm already like, okay, he can wiggle out of that by pleading the 5th. He can wiggle out of that. You know, that's not, okay, niggas was already ready to throw the snitch card on him right there. You know what I'm saying? With the paperwork shit. But I'm like, he can get on the stand like Kelsey and plead the 5th. You feel me? Because at this point, she got more street credit than that nigga right now. You feel what I'm saying? She kept it a buck. And this nigga, hey, he had his tail tucked. You feel what I'm saying? So then the video comes out. Now, if you ain't seen the video, man, go to my page. It's 2 videos under this. It's a short. He's in court. And I quote, and I'm going to quote this. I don't even got to read nothing. I know exactly what the fuck was said. I listened to this shit 100 times because I wanted to be very sure before I get on here and start calling somebody a snitch that I heard what I heard. And this is what I heard. The judge said, you stated, Mr. Sergio, a.k.a. Gunna, that YSL is a gang and a record label and that you have further knowledge of YSL members committing crimes in furtherance of the gang. Let me tell y'all again, right? The judge said, you are in agreement that YSL is a record label and a gang, right? And you have knowledge of YSL members and associates committing crimes in furtherance of the gang. This nigga looked the judge dead in her eyes and said, yes, ma'am. If you don't believe me, go to the video and watch it yourself. I can't make this shit up. The nigga said, yes, ma'am. So she read out some more shit that he agreed to. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And at the end, she said, and you stated voluntarily, mind you, they didn't ask him to say this, that YSL should end as a gang. He said, yes, ma'am. Now, that fucks everything up for Young Thug. Young Thug is cooked, my nigga. And I say that because he's the first domino of many that are going to fall now. Everybody's going to have to take pleas now. They cannot take this shit to trial no more because he already done fucked it up for everybody by admitting that YSL is an actual gang. Now, I've seen people online saying, oh, well, he's not snitching. He's just agreeing with what the police already know. No, bro, the police can say anybody's a gang, but you've never heard Young Thug come out and say, yes, YSL was a gang. You know why? Because that brings gang enhancements to every charge, my nigga. You feel me? And gang enhancements in California alone, I don't know how it is in Georgia. I'm not an internet lawyer, but gang enhancement in California will get you an extra 5 to 10 years on top of your sentence. Just the gang enhancement alone, my nigga. You get caught with a gun, okay, cool. You get caught with a gun in the commission of a crime in furtherance of some gang activities, nigga, you're doing 10. You feel me? So this nigga not only admitted that YSL was a gang, right? Which everybody's getting gang enhancements now that's convicted in this shit because it's a gang. He already admitted that it's a gang. But now he's admitted to having knowledge of criminal crimes committed by YSL members and associates in furtherance of the gang, my nigga. So that means he can't come later on and be like, you know, and he signed an agreement saying that if they need him to, he will come back and testify. But he cannot get on the stand and be like, I plead the 5th, I plead the 5th. I don't know. No, you already admitted that you have knowledge of YSL members and associates committing crimes in furtherance of the gang, my nigga. You already admitted to that. So now they're gonna put your ass back in prison for perjury if you say anything other than what you just admitted to and said yes, ma'am to. Like it's not looking good for Young Thug. It's not looking good for Young Thug, man. Young Thug is gonna have to cop a plea. Like he better regroup with his lawyers now. He's gonna have to take a 15 to 25 because they're going to try to give him life now. We're not only talking about some drugs and some guns that we're caught with and a gang enhancement on top of that. We're talking about murders. It's some murders, some shootings that didn't happen. They've been beefing with YFL or YFN Lucci, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Both of these niggas is locked up for different Ricos, you know what I mean? But Gunna has just put the fucking first nail in the coffin for Young Thug and anybody else that comes after him, because now he's the number one witness to say and admit that YSL is a gang, when Young Thug has been arguing that YSL is a record label, Young Slime Life. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga said YSL is a gang, you know what I mean? And went on to say some shit like, oh, I just wanted to do music. And they kind of like they made him be a gang member. When nigga, you're a Crip. First of all, ain't you from a Crip hood? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, bro, it's not looking good for Young Thug, man. He might have to cop a plea for 15 to 25 because they're going to try to give him life as the ringleader in this RICO case now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm from the streets, nigga. I'm a street nigga, man. I'm just not in the streets no more. But, nigga, gang enhancement is going to be on those charges now. You know, and who knows? They might call him back to testify. And he's not going to be able to raise his right hand and be like, I don't understand. I plead the fifth. No, you already said you have further knowledge of YSL members and associates committing crimes in furtherance of the gang. He also went on to say in his own voluntary statement, YSL as a gang needs to end. That's what he said. So all y'all people over here trying to take up for this nigga, trying to say, oh no, he's not snitching. Oh no, he's not a rat. Bruh, get the fuck out your fucking feelings and smell the coffee or whatever you got to do. Put some ammonia underneath that nigga nose or something, because, hey man, it's not looking good. He already basically confirmed that they are a gang. So anything after this now is some gang shit. It's going to carry a gang enhancement. I'm pretty sure Georgia got gang enhancement laws that just up the prison sentence for each and every charge that these people are convicted of. You feel me? And it's just not looking good for Thug, man. Free Young Thug, man. We was saying free Gunna, but Gunna free now. Hey, it was sorry, nigga. I'm trying to come home. That nigga is a snitch and a motherfucking rat, man. And I said it, nigga. You're a snitch and a fucking rat, Sergio. We ain't even calling you Gunna no more, nigga. We can't even listen to Hot no more, nigga. It was too hot. It was too hot. It wasn't no hot. Nah, nigga, it was too hot for you, nigga. Nigga, you went from pushing P to pushing please, nigga. You pushing plea deals on these niggas now, man. And I doubt Young Thug gave you the blessing. I seen niggas online like, maybe Young Thug gave him the blessing to say that. Nigga, why would anybody give somebody else a blessing to say, yeah, admit that this is a gang, nigga, so we can get some gang enhancements, nigga? That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life somebody get on the internet and say. But, man, most of these niggas ain't even from the streets anyway, so, hey, it don't even matter, man. Motherfuckers gonna get on the internet and get the Twitter fingers, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers, man. But, his finger turned into the yes. He's a gang member. Yeah, all that, man. In a motherfucking bag of chips. Nigga went from pushing P to pushing please, man. It's ugly right now for the rest of them niggas, man. Free Young Thug, man. I hope he cops a plea because they going to try to give him life after that. That's so damaging. Go and listen to that audio yourself. It's on my page. It's 2 videos below this, man. It's a short. Go to shorts, click on whatever you got to click on, man. And after that, this video is going to make a lot more sense. And you tell me in the comments if that nigga snitching or not. You ain't got to listen to what I said, the Cliff Notes version, man. Go and listen to that audio from the courtroom that I can't coming straight out of his mouth, and you tell me if that nigga snitching, man. It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Subscribe below so you be the first to know and you can help the channel grow. Otherwise, your mama's a hoe. And I'm out. Bitch! Quit snitching.